Welcome to this week's episode of Build Your Foundation, our weekly dive into a topic regarding divorce, mediation, finance, or mental health. So, for today, let's discuss 5 interview questions to ask your divorce mediator in the Seattle area. If you've chosen to seek divorce mediation in the Seattle area, you're likely exploring your local options. Picking a divorce mediator can seem like a daunting task when emotions are running rampant. Moreover, the mediator that you decide to work with should hold a level of your trust, as they'll be helping you and your soon to be ex spouse navigate the muddy waters of divorce. It's a smart move to do your homework ahead of the game when on the search for a local mediator that fits your needs. Coming up with a few solid interview questions to ask your prospective mediator is a smart way to go into your initial consultation. Foundations Divorce Solutions has put together a short list of 5 questions you may want to ask to help you find or to help you make an informed choice. First question: why a mediator versus hiring attorneys? Most people believe that when you are considering divorce, you need to hire divorce attorneys. The truth is, there are different ways to handle your divorce. Going down the road of divorce attorneys is one way. Another way, if you are in an amicable divorce situation, is to hire a mediator. Instead of duking it out in court, as many of us have seen on television, mediation without the attorneys can be the route for you. In the state of Washington, when you file for divorce, a couple is required to complete what is known as an ADR, or Alternative Dispute Resolution, before you can go to trial and air your grievances in court before a judge. Whether both parties have hired attorneys on retainer to represent them in their divorce proceedings, you and your soon to be ex spouse will sit with a mediator with or without your respective lawyers. How do you define and facilitate success during the mediation process is another question to ask. This is a great question to ask a professional divorce mediator because it's important to outline expectations. Odds are that this is probably the first time you've sought out divorce mediation services and are unsure about what to expect from the process. The mediator may go into some detail about what they feel they bring to the negotiation table and outline their professional strengths. Will it be enough for you and your ex to figure out who gets to keep the house and who gets the retirement accounts? Or do you want to know the potential tax ramifications that may come up, or the long-term benefits or stress, which may be on an individual based on how their assets are split? This question really serves to flesh out some of these expectations prior to the beginning of the process. Mediation is a collaborative negotiation between you, your soon to be ex, and your mediator with the aim of forging an agreement that both parties are happy with. Some mediators will only help you and your ex to come up with agreements, but will not look at the specifics of the asset division and what potential benefits and pitfalls there may be based on your agreements. Other mediators who are also certified divorce financial analysts will help you with the specifics of your finances. Another question is, how much do your services cost? Price should not be the main consideration behind your decision, but it's certainly an influencing factor. Make sure to ask how much a prospective mediator charges during your consultation. Mediators may bill an hourly rate or have a flat rate mediation fee. Some mediators charge $1,000 an hour for the services they provide, while others may set a flat rate fee of $7,000. This is why it's important to ask for rates up front. Each mediator's pricing is different, especially if they're being hired as a financial mediator versus just a mediator. While it is important to keep a budget to avoid breaking the bank, you should really take into account the level of expertise and skill that the mediator has to offer. Ultimately, you'll have to weigh these considerations when it comes time to commit. If you have already gone down the route of having attorneys on retainer, you are well aware of the hourly rate and the amount you had to put on retainer prior to having to file a single piece of paperwork. Another question is what services and scope of work are included? As mentioned, some mediators will only help the parties to come to agreements, but will not help analyze the financials for their clients. Does the mediator services include reviewing your assets for the short term, medium term, and long term financial picture for both parties? For flat fee mediation services, does this include individual caucus time outside of joint mediation sessions? And how many hours are included? Will your mediator be drafting and filing your divorce settlement documents for you? Will there be additional court fees to pay, or are those included? Getting these details all out on the table will help you get a clear picture of what is included with the mediator services. Know what you're paying for. Last question. How long does mediation typically last? This is a good question that can help you set reasonable expectations. This will give you an idea of how long each session will last and a general sense of how long the total mediation process will take. This can be a particular pertinent question if the mediator bills by the hour. If you are considering separation or divorce or have any questions on what we talked about today, please reach out to us at Foundations Divorce Solutions and schedule a free consultation. We would love to connect with you. Link and contact info are in the bio. Even if you're not in the state of Washington or in the Seattle area, please contact us. We work with colleagues across the US who may be able to help you. Also, please share this post or tag someone if this speaks to you personally or if it may benefit someone else. And lastly, if there is a topic that you would like to discuss or to have us discuss on a future episode, please DM us. Thanks so much and take care.